Hello everybody, in this video we'll decode the TCS quarterly results without actually going into the revenue numbers. Yes, I'm going to speak about only the stuff which will be important for corporate employees. That's it. And towards the end of the video, I'll also share the reading material from where I am taking out all this information, and you should wait till then so that you get into the habit of reading these quarterly reports and you do the analysis yourself. So let's get started with the video, and the first point I want to highlight is the IT services outlook according to TCS looks positive. Yes, let me repeat that. The outlook for the next 1 year definitely looks positive compared to what was happening in the prior year. And why is this the case? So let's start with what happened in the last 3 to 6 month window. In the last 3 months, the revenues from North America have declined or have almost stayed flat. And North America is a very important market for almost all the IT services companies. For TCS, they derive close to 50% of their revenues from North America. And for Infosys, it is 60%. So you can see that in this particular results that they have announced, they mentioned that their revenue growth is positive in spite of North America, their primary market, being down. And why is that the case? Because the rest of the overall markets are growing at a decent pace. India has been a great market for them in the last 3 months. UK, United Kingdom, once again has been a great market for them. And the expectation for the next 1 year is that while India and UK will continue to grow, US, which has been declining, has already seen the bottom, and from now going forward, it will only be growth for them. That is like music to the ears. Right? Why? Because bunch of things. Number one, elections will be completed and there will be some certainty around what's going to happen in the geopolitical space. And also the second one, the interest rates have already stabilized and there is a very high likelihood that the interest rates are going to drop down, which is good news for the market and also good news for the clients. Hence, they start spending once again on their technology's needs. And this is the outlook that the TCS CEO himself has mentioned.
We are bottoming out. I don't want to call it like next quarter would be a blowout quarter or anything, but we should start seeing growth soon because with a healthy pipeline for the last few quarters, we should start seeing growth.
So this is a good news for all the corporate employees, including you and me. The second point that they mentioned is their operating margin has improved to 26%. Now, what is operating margin? It is nothing but the profits that TCS is making after cutting down the employee costs. Previously, the profits percentages were 24%. And in the last 1 year or the last 6 months, they improved that from 24 to 25%. And now, in the recently announced results, they mentioned that their profits, operating profits, have increased to 26%, which is again good news for the investors as such. But I don't believe it's a great news for the individual employees. Why? Again, their Chief Financial Officer has mentioned that they could achieve this 26% operating margin because of cutting down on the subcontractor costs,
which was offset by 190 basis points coming in from bottoming out of subcontractor cost and productivity and utilization gains.
And what does that mean? There are a lot of technology service providers who are also working as contractual employees to TCS, and they are cutting down that workforce, and hence the overall profit margins are increasing. Of course, they have also added that the productivity gains are there, the utilization is there, but the CFO also added that over the next few quarters, they would continue to push this number from 26 to 27 to 28% profit. If this does not lead to layoffs, then at least the discretionary spend on employees by these companies will go down. For example, there would be lesser bench time. There would be lesser number of trainings for each of the employees. And this is a real possibility because they are trying to cut down on the expenses with respect to employees. And if you are looking to upskill in this situation, career in data science could be one of the most interesting areas. There's a lot of scope for it out there. Do check out Odin School's instructor-led live 6-month bootcamp on data science In this bootcamp, you will be learning from the basics of data science to the advanced AI topics under the guidance of expert industry professionals. This is not just about theoretical learning, but you will actually implement your learnings on 10 plus industry projects. If you go through the success stories, you will realize that a lot of folks have utilized this bootcamp to launch their career in data science or to transition into data science. On top of it, once you complete the 6-month program, you will be eligible to apply for their 500 plus hiring partners, and the placement support will continue for more than 2 years, where you will be having a lot of mock interview sessions, behavioral sessions, and so on. Go ahead and apply for the program using the link in the description box. The bootcamp is priced at 75,000 rupees, but there are early bird offers and also a full refund if you wish to withdraw from the program within 10 days. Check out the link in the description. Now, moving on to the third takeaway from the entire quarterly results is regarding their headcount. TCS headcount has been relatively flat, have declined by 0.5%. In January 2024, when they announced their quarterly results, the headcount was 6,03,000 employees. But yesterday's results, they highlighted that their employee count is now 6,01,000 employees. The headcount reduced by 2,000. If the company is growing, or if the company is expected to grow, they should be hiring more people. Then why is this conundrum? And Chief HR Officer has already highlighted this point. He mentioned that they have onboarded a lot of campus hires from the last 1 year already, and the few remaining they will continue to onboard in the next few months. This is an extremely good sign. And as per the experienced professionals, the recruitment goes as per the demands coming from the client side, because the ramp up periods are different for the experienced professionals versus the fresh hires. And if you are interested to get back into the job market, the very high likelihood is that the market is definitely going to improve in the next 6 months. So be ready, get yourself upskilled, and go ahead into the market. The fourth takeaway from the quarterly results is regarding the attrition rates. The attrition rates have continued to fall down from 13.3% to 12.5%. And what does that mean? There is a lot of excess talent that is already available in the market, and hence employees are staying put within the company. Else, if there are layoffs, they are not backfilling these roles. So the headcount being flat or slight declines and the attrition rates give us this good indication. Now, a low attrition number, but combining with the salary hikes that they have announced. They announced that the salary hikes would be between 4.7% to 7%. Well, if you look at the inflation adjusted salary growth, it might look decent. But remember, the IT services companies, TCS and all the other rest, are already on the lower salary paying bracket. So you might see a mass exodus in the next 6 months. And I'm sure a lot of other companies are also looking forward to hire this talent once the overall global macro sentiment is improving. The next takeaway from the overall quarterly results is which domains and industries are doing well. There was very interesting comment regarding private clouds. A lot of clients are now moving from public clouds to private clouds. And what's the reason? They highlighted that now all the clients are looking forward to implement their own generative AI within their own databases. So some of them would be available for public, while some would only be private for themselves. So they want to de-risk any kind of cybersecurity issues and are now looking at multiple cloud solutions. So private cloud is going to be the next big wave according to the TCS Chief Operating Officer NGS. He also highlighted that the revenues from the AI world are already up to the 700 million mark. Artificial intelligence revenues from Accenture, the results announced 2 weeks back, I'll link the video to that as well, have been around $1.1 billion. And the commentary from Accenture is that these revenues are not just new revenues, but clients are cutting down on other revenues and then putting that money into artificial intelligence bucket. So it might not be a great thing for the company overall, but at least new technology frontier is what we are all looking forward to. On the industry side, banking and financial services, which is the most important industry for the IT services world, that is still declining. So hopefully it will bottom out, the decline will stop and it continue to grow. And while BFSI is going down, manufacturing is the one which is pulling all the companies up. So you can see This is important for you if you notice the job roles or the job openings are more available for clients or companies in the manufacturing sector versus the banking sector. And finally, my favorite takeaway from the entire TCS quarterly results comes from the outgoing Chief Operating Officer, Mr. N. Ganapathy Subramanian, who said that clients are ready to spend money, but they are taking time to make sure that whatever they are building right now, whether it is cloud transformations, cost cuttings, optimizations, whatever it is, they want to make sure that their current actions are future proof with respect to the architecture they are building right now. And I would like to highlight that whatever actions, whatever job you are in right now, make sure that it is future proof with respect to how the world is changing around you. Now, coming back into the study material, the entire video, the numbers, every single thing I've highlighted from the quarterly press conference that was coming from the TCS guys itself. And I'm giving you the link in the description box directly from the TCS website. I'm not giving you from Money Control, NDTV Profit, Z Business or any other websites, because these guys highlight only the news which are important for investors, mutual fund managers, but you can dig deep and understand what is important from a corporate employee standpoint. Please do give it a look. The conference call is extremely important. The other link I'm sharing is with respect to the direct fact sheet where the numbers are given in a presentation form, and you will notice where all my numbers and my analysis is coming from. I've gotten used to doing these quarterly analysis videos from the last 1 to 2 years, so this comes very naturally for me now. So I request you guys spend that time in the industry that you are interested in, and if you want me to make any more specific videos, do let me know in the comments, and I hope this video is helpful for you. See you again in the next one, guys. Bye bye.